So, how many officers do you have at this department?
I don't know how many officers we have here, sir.
You don't know?
No. You'll notice that nowhere on my
don't have
uniform
stripes.
says I'm the chief of police or anything like that. So.
Well, typically you guys are aware of it. You just don't want to answer the questions, right? Why don't you want to answer your questions? Freedom fighters, it's freedom news now. On the front lines in Peoria, Arizona, at the Peoria Police and Fire Department for a First Amendment audit. So the flags are at half staff. How are we doing today? So, yes. So you can see we're at the police department, Peoria Police Department. Looks like a relatively new facility. Fire administration. Here are your lobby hours, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Closed Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. No weapons allowed. For after-hours police or medical assistance, please use phone below. Police information desk. So you can see here we have some literature for the public. Got a nice painting up here.
What is that?
Back away here a little bit so you can have some. Oh, we got an open place here for information. How are we doing today?
Good, how are you?
I had a question on how I can make a complaint or a commendation to a police officer.
Okay, how would you like to make the complaint? Do you want to speak to an officer in person?
Well, do you have a form, a complaint or commendation form?
Do we have one? Yeah, not that I'm aware of. I could put a call up on the screen, have an officer come talk to you.
Is there a way to access one online? A commendation or a complaint form on your website?
Let me look for it.
Yeah.
Typically, a lot of departments have a form online, or they'll have one to hand out for you. Most departments even have them sitting out for the public. I'm guessing you guys don't get many commendations or complaints on your officers?
If we do, people will come in or they'll call it in over the phone and an officer will meet with them in person.
On the benches.
It's a little more personal.
Yeah, if he wants to come out, someone wants to come out and talk to me, I'll speak with him.
Monroe Park.
I'll be here for a little while.
Okay.
Look at that, police and community. in shackles. United we stand.
Hey, partner.
How are we doing today?
My name's Officer Finney.
Officer Finney? Well, my hands are full right now.
All right. So I'm just coming out to make contact with you and
Yeah, what's the process
see
for...
what's going on.
I asked them about the process for filing a commendation or a complaint on a police officer. See if you had a form for the public.
Do you want to speak to a supervisor? That's typically the way we manage that.
That's the way you handle. You don't have a form that people can turn in or mail in.
So what we typically do is we have our supervisors come out and make contact with the persons who are involved, be it the commendation or the complaint, and we generate a call for service to document all the facts and circumstances for public record, and then we...
Oh, so you make it a call for service when someone just wants to make a commendation or complaint. You make it pretty difficult and intimidating on people, it sounds like.
No, that's the process, because whenever you're having a public interaction, you want to be able to have some type of documentation. You want to be able to
well, you've got that camera. Your camera's on right now, so that's operating.
Yeah,
you've got that
because
documentation.
I'm on a call for service contacting you right now.
Oh, a call for service for the public, huh?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Hey, do you guys...
I noticed you have a thin blue line flag on your jacket.
do you guys have a...
Your vest.
Yeah.
I'm looking online right now, but we have none up here.
Okay. Because I'm not familiar with one either, and I've been here for a while.
I know typically most police departments have a form.
No contact, an officer to come to you.
Yeah, like I am right now. Yeah. Okay. So at this time, do you want to speak to a sergeant, or can I help you out with that? I'd be happy to do that.
I just had some questions
This is a
right
public
now.
building, so it's obviously your constitutional right to come in and have a look
Public
around.
area. I just want to be in a public area, and then I'll be on my way. It's too nice to be in here for too long. I had a few questions I wanted answered. That was...
Was I able to answer those for you, or?
You did. You make it real difficult and intimidating, I see. You probably don't get many complaints when you've got someone armed in body armor with several weapon systems on them to come and say, hey, how friendly is that for someone to want to make a complaint?
Listen, that's your perception, and those are your words. That's fine. You can feel how you want to feel about it.
And those are your words,
Let me
yes,
finish
those
my
are your
statement.
words.
I'm dressed in the uniform of the day as I'm supposed to be, complete with all my weapon systems, as you call it. So
What would you consider them?
it's my uniform required by policy.
You don't
sir.
consider those weapon systems?
Look, I'm not going to engage you in that line of conversation. You know you're in a police department. Common sense dictates I'm going to be wearing a gun if I'm a badged police officer. So enough with that. If you want to talk to a
I
supervisor,
did have
I'm
a
happy to
question.
get one for you.
I had a few... Sure, yeah, give them.
Okay.
Give them for me.
Hang tight for me.
Okay, so you see he had the thin blue line flag on his... That's a desecration of the U.S. flag, the American flag. So he's going to go get us one of his supervisors. He's on a call for service for a photographer.
Hello, how are you?
Could I get your name and badge number?
Yeah, it's Officer Finney. My badge number is 9109.
Thank you,
I have
Officer Finney.
I have a sergeant coming up, okay?
Excellent, thank you.
So what's your name?
Never gave it.
Okay. Can I ask your name?
Sure, you can ask it.
All right, what's your first name? Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so if you want to file a complaint against an officer down here, expect to be confronted by a fully armed officer. It is very intimidating for most people. Police officers intimidate most people. So it's not very...
Oh, for property?
It's actually kind of scary. That's not a... That looks like an undercover.
Hey, you're not allowed to go back to those doors, okay? Just...
I'm not going back there. I'm staying in the public lobby, just like I told you I would earlier.
So what do you want?
Okay, so he's imprinting. This is an undercover. Look, he won't show his face. He will not show his face. Undercover. Wow.
Did we find the car?
Yes, it's from,
So no unauthorized persons beyond this point. Check in at front desk. We did that.
Do you have your car, or do we have your car? Invite one on 5. Yeah, doing the usual thing, so. Yep, I understand that. I agree with you. I just responded to the call for service that was generated in the lobby, tried to make contact and get right into it, trying to make accusations and all this other stuff. So I just let it be, and anything else I needed. Well, I offered the supervisor. He said yes, so that's why I'm calling you. No, just trying to make inflammatory statements and trying to get me going.
You see how these officers try to twist your words around. That's why you need to record everything. Record every interaction with the police, because their body camera, if there's exculpatory evidence for you, that video will disappear. If there is incriminating evidence against an officer, that video will disappear.
He's on call right now, but
now,
if we have property, we'll get back to you.
You better believe that.
So. Recover or anything like that?
Okay, so they like playing the waiting game here.
All right.
Supervisors,
Thank you.
so busy sitting at his
It's
desk.
not here. It's gone. We have not found it. Does that make sense? So we don't have the vehicle. It's still listed as stolen. Okay. So it's still listed as stolen. So we don't have it. Does that make sense?
So we went to the police information desk for information, and they called one of their hired guns out here to confront us for a call for service. I'm guessing they don't create a call for service for everyone that comes in here and has questions. Just people with cameras. Well, maybe you can answer some questions for them, because I know how supervisors move. They move like molasses. How many officers do you have on this department?
Sir, I'm trying to be decent with you and answer any questions, but every time I try to engage with you, you want to put some words or make some statements about what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to provide you decent customer service. Since you didn't want to participate in that, I figured I'd let you do your thing and help this other guy over here, okay? So,
sure. Well, you're finished with him now. Can you help me?
Unless you have some other questions for me that are germane to your business being here.
Absolutely.
There's nothing more for us to talk about.
Absolutely. I try asking you every time you cut me off. You rudely cut me off every time I try to ask you a question, sir.
Okay, sir.
So, how many officers do you have at this department?
I don't know how many officers we have here, sir.
You don't know?
No. You'll notice that nowhere on my
don't have
uniform it
stripes.
says I'm the chief of police or anything like that. So.
Well, typically you guys are aware of it. You just don't want to answer the questions, right? Why don't you want to answer questions?